Hello. So I'm here. Yes, I was giving some respect to one of the oldest entities, one of the oldest energy, tea, natural herb tea from my garden. So, yes, I was giving some respect to the oldest, the oldest entity or energy, one of the oldest ones. This energy, I will place her on the Sephira of Binah, because it's the mother. In Brazil or in the Afro-Brazilian culture, she's called Nana. It's the mother. is the one that reigns over the swamp where we came from. Yes. As you know, one of the biggest masters said, we came from the dust, and to the dust we will return, our vessel, our body. So yes, Nana is the energy of Bina, which is responsible for the nurturing the, the creation itself. So I have something to talk today about. I was studying Zohar. I'm studying Zohar. And gain more knowledge, yeah? So, one of the things that I was studying this week was about lots of things. I'm studying the Zohar because the Zohar teaches how our prayers and our requests to the spiritual world and to God and to, or any entity that you decided to pray for, when you need to do, or when you feel, or when things got so difficult and you have to go to your spiritual world for help. So what the Kabbalah teaches is something that I never thought about, to be honest with you. I am driving. I was driven to do it without knowing why. From the last 2-3 years, one of the steps for the prayer to be answered. And they said that most of our prayers are not answered because you don't know how to pray. The technology of prayer, or the know-how to pray. And in the beginning, he said that we sometimes 90% of the prayers that is, going up to God or to whatever entity you can call it, the energy or the deities or the gods, they are not answered because they are catching in the way, You send a prayer, you do your prayer, but for your prayer to come from here, where I am right now, to the ears of the who is able to answer, there is many steps or many challenges that this prayer have to go to reach the ears for the answer to be given. So what Kabbalah teaches, and I'm going to say something very interesting also. I'm trying here to see. I'm here to see if I can manage some nice music to be in the background. But I don't want it to be too loud, so, to interfere. So what I'm going to do now is teaching how to have your prayers answered. Okay? There is a story in the Bible saying that Daniel or Dani, one of the prophets of the Old Testament, Daniel was serving in Babylon as a wizard. He was one of the king's wizards, and he was facing some challenges, and then he prayed to God, and he was praying 3 times a day, in the morning, midday, and evening. And one day he was praying, and finally an angel came down and said to him, look, your prayer, when you start to pray for this matter, your prayer went, but we had loads of challenges to face and battles to do in order to come down and answer your prayer. This also gives us one idea of what Kabbalah teaches. Okay, this man, Daniel, was in the time of Babylon, and the one that wrote the Zohar was about 600-700 years after. So he teaches us how to do it. He said the first things that you have to do when you start a prayer or a moment of prayer is what I did now. What I did now. Sing and use an instrument or bells, anything to make noise, like, what's this? My marble tea cup. Can you hear the noise? Nice noise, is it? Even this, what the sound does is create a vessel, creates a shell where your prayer is going to be enclosed, is going to be closed inside. It's like a cocoon for the prayer. So before you pray or during your prayer, you can sing your prayer instead of talking, because when you sing the prayer, that's why most of the religions, you sing when they are praying, because when you do it, you enclosurated the prayer in a cocoon. Even this, you can create the sound. You can create any rhythm of the sound. And why you have to enclosure our prayers in a cocoon, on a shell? Because our own actions is the one that creates the negativity, that grabs the prayer. Okay. Kabbalah calls it Klipot. There are 4 Klipot that our actions created. The first Klipot, or the first barrier for your prayer to be answered, is our iniquity. Things that you do ourselves, thoughts that you have, things that our eye see and relate it to ourselves. Okay? This iniquity is all over, It's when you are in front of television and then came a Let me put this a little down, because sometimes you are watching TV, and then some, scenes in the TV, it's not very pure, it's not very nice, and you related to it. And this come inside and glue on your aura, on your energy field. And this is something that we create ourselves, okay? When you are angry against your neighbor, or when you are angry against your boss, or when you talk bad about someone, this is iniquities. And this is something that glue to our field of energy. And then the second Klipot is destroyer. We tend to destroy everything that you don't like it. And we created this. We create it with our own mouth, with our own thoughts, our own actions. When you are, walking on the streets, and then you see an ant, and you decided to step on top of it, just for the pleasure of doing it. Destroyer is the feeling of destroying something. And another thing is anger. Yeah, this is one of the iniquities, anger. When you are angry against everything, anything. Even you are angry against a poor table, it's your fault that the table was there in the corner, and then you step on the table, and the table is the one to be blamed for your own. And this is something that you do, it's like without even thinking. It's horrible, but it is true. It's true. It's what you do every single day. And rage, fury. These are the ministers that we create with our own actions. So don't blame no one for your prayers not be answered. Blame yourself, because you created all this energy field of this negativity around you. So when you sing, when you play, and when you say, God, forgive all my sins, I am a person that needs your help 24/7. And yes, that's what we are. You are, yeah. You take too long to learn. We take too long to assume that we are responsible for our own actions. Okay? So the Kabbalah teaches that when you do this Klipot, when you do this negativity, when you create all these around ourselves, in our family, etc. Look, talk about everyone, gossips. Do I need to mention all? Or we know ourselves, all this negativity that we created. When you walk down the streets and you judge something, you judge someone, it's negativity. So when you do it, we simple feed the negativity, and they don't need to be fed anyway, because there is a lot of people feeding it. You don't need to do ourselves it. We are the light of this planet, we should not do it anymore. I know it's very difficult not to, but you have to try. Okay? There is 7 ministers, And the 7 big ministers is like, the head of the states. The 7 ministers, they had 70, subordinated to the 7, and the 70 have 700 millions that work for them. So you can imagine, and you are feeding them with our actions. So when you decide, okay, I'm in need, I need to pray, I need to ask a favor, how come they're gonna, the God or whoever you are praying for is gonna answer you? Because they have all these, levels of negativity between your prayer and the answer you are asking for. So when you pray, the first thing you do, if you're going to pray to Buddha, for example, praise Buddha, sing for Buddha. It's like, honey them before you do your prayer. And then forgive yourself for everything you have created, all negativity that you have created. And with your songs, with the noise of the bells, cleanse, destroy these vessels, these shells that you are creating with your wrongdoings or our wrongdoings. You have to break them. So our prayer can have a way of getting to where you want them to get it. So the morning prayer, who is in charge of the morning's prayers is the Archangel Michael. So it's good for you to learn that. So you have to please the God. You have to sing for the God. You have asked Michael to be with you in the morning. And your guides and your mentors, your spiritual family, to be with you. The afternoon prayer is Gabriel. And the night prayer is Uriel. So these 3 archangels are the one responsible for the time of prayers. Michael in the morning, Gabriel in the afternoon, and Uriel in the evening. Okay? You have to write it down, otherwise you're gonna forget. So when you decide, okay, it's time for me, I want to pray for the earth. I want to pray for the people in Afghanistan. I want to pray for the people in Nicaragua. I want to pray for the people in Venezuela. All these people, all these nations that's having problems. You should first, cleanse your own self in order for your prayer to be answered. Even if you are doing something good for someone else, you are not asking for yourself, but your vessel has to be clean in order for your prayer to be answered. Okay. So when I have so many things here that help me, I like this one. So, this, I'm sorry, but I'm going to take another thing here. Where is it? Here. I have so many things. I have so many things. Like this one also is very nice. Can you hear? Even like this. It's another thing that is very good for prayer. Or you can have a drum. Drums, very nice to connect you with nature, with the earth, with Mother Gaia. So, praying for Gaia. When you do it, if you do sounds with like this, you are calling the the spiritual beings that are, linked to the spiritual nature, So the elements of nature, the elementals, the selves, the gnomes, you name them. The fairies. So when you use this one, it's very good when you decided to pray for Earth, for Gaia. So when you remember, if you're going to pray for Gaia, for example, which entity you're going to call to help you. Okay? Think about this. And the time of your prayer, if it's morning, Michael, if it's afternoon, Gabriel, and if it's evening, Uriel. And then you're going to call for your celestial beings, okay? The one that lives in the sky, and, angels, archangels, or whoever, okay? Whatever name you give to these people, or the extraterrestrial, people. Then you call for your spiritual family to come assist you. Yeah, they are very important also, the spiritual family. The one that is linked with you, and they are waiting for you to succeed. And then you call for your mentors and guides, the one that is, help you to do whatever you have to do. You call for Metatron and his family, because Metatron Metatron is one of the prophets of the Old Testament. He was so Methuselah, his name was here when he was living in earth, and he was so holy that he got the privilege to raise to that level. So he's a Metatron. Call for him because he knows our problems, he knows our nature. He has been a man, so he knows how we is to be a man. So he can interfere for you also, Metatron. And then you call for the angels or the phalange of the day. Okay, every day has an angel that guides his day. So ask for search for the angels of the day. Okay, because Michael is for the hour and Gabriel for the Uriel for the hour, but they have angels of the day also. So today, for example, is Tuesday. Okay, so I have to find the angel that is responsible for Tuesdays. Okay. Yeah, there is many things. There is many things for your prayer to be answered. You have to dedicate it to it. So what I said about the instruments, okay, you have the percussion that is this one, all instrument that does this type of noise. This one that I love to use also. You see? This one is percussion also. This type of things are bells. You can use bells or Tibetan singing bowls that that I use a lot. And the cantilenia, that's the way, instead of talking, like instead of saying, let's see one prayer that everyone knows. Our Father in heaven. Our Father in heaven, come and answer my questions, please. You see, it's when you do like this, it's like, ooh, Father in heaven, come. It's so nice. You see, you melt the spiritual world towards you. You melt them because you are being humble. You are open yourself. You are open your heart to this moment of prayer. Gregorian songs are beautiful. Hallelujah, hallelujah. So if you have this facility of engage in Gregorian chanting, it's fantastic. Oh, another one is the shamanic chant. It's very good also. I do a lot of shaman chant. You know that. So you don't need to even to say nothing. Just feel what you are asking. So if you're asking for your son, for example, if your son is having problems, and you imagine your son, put him in your heart, in your, solar plexus, and sing his name. Like my son is Rodrigo, or Rocky. So, Rocky, I'm blessing you. Look how beautiful it is. Okay, time is gone. It's more than 30 minutes. They are going to catch very quickly, very soon. So I hope I have been inspiration for you, and I hope you have learned something else today. Okay, God bless you. Keep you safe and you also. Bye-bye.